Friday, 2023. So I'm going to talk about some things that have been happening these last couple weeks. The US food industry is is calling back workers to the plant jobs due to a shortage of labor that started in the pandemic. Since the pandemic, workers in the food industry it still hasn't recovered and the US food industry is more desperate to get their labor back. The British publisher of Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory has done some revisions to the book, like cutting out certain offensive terms used. The UK has tested a 4-day work week with companies, and the study finds that they've observed less worker turnover and less recidivism. So more people are happier in their jobs since they've done a 4-day work week. 2 people were killed and 14 others were wounded in a Mardi Gras parade. Mansour Imbad, 21 years old, was arrested in New Orleans. Ericsson, the people that make 5G communication technology, they've cut 1,400 jobs as 5G gear orders slow down. And COVID deaths in California have surpassed 100,000. And in Mexico, lawmakers in Mexico voted 72 to 50 to overhaul the body overseeing presidential elections. In Taiwan, the U.S. is to boost the number of troops in Taiwan within the coming months. They plan to quadruple the number of troops. I believe there are 30 troops, so they should bring it up to 120. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried has been charged with 4 more counts of securities and exchange fraud, and they say that $8.9 billion is missing, but they've identified $2.7 billion in customer assets. Most of the customers' funds were diverted to Alameda Research, and a few more people have been charged since then due to that. Harvey Weinstein has been sentenced to 16 years by a California court, and the U.S. is to provide Micron and Texas Instruments with CHIPS Act funding. So there's a big chunk of $1 billion that's going to be given out to certain U.S. companies to help with processor production. This is in lieu of the shortage of chips that have hurt the auto industry and other areas of U.S. manufacturing. A Norfolk Southern train derailment was caused by an overheated part. A railcar wheel bearing failed, is what investigators say. National Transportation Safety Board Chair Jennifer Homendy. There was a controlled burn at the site of where the train crash was to destroy hazardous and toxic materials that spilled in the surrounding area. Uh, President Biden is set to nominate Ajax Benga to serve as the president of the World Bank. And the Securities and Exchange Commission is questioning whether to allow Binance US to obtain assets of Voyager Ltd. Voyager Ltd went bankrupt not too long ago. And professors at Stanford University are asked to end their bias reporting system. It allows uh, students anonymously to report things going on that don't seem right, and they say that this endangers the freedom of speech. Mortgage rates have risen to 6.5%. They were 6.32% a week ago and less than 4% a year ago. This is linked to rising interest rates to curb inflation, so mortgage rates have gone up, meaning it's not a good time to take out a mortgage on a house or sell a home, because if you sell a home, most people are locked in for a much lower rate. They're going to lose that rate if they sell their home. For unemployment, jobless claims have fallen to 192,000. And actor Alec Baldwin has pled not guilty in the filming of Rust. He killed a 42-year-old Hanya Hutchins during the filming of the movie. Boeing is to end the production of the FA-18 Super Hornet in 2025. This plane costs a lot of money, and legislators are trying to save money, so they're cutting production of the plane. New York Attorney General Letitia James, she's been really famous lately for going after uh, crypto companies that aren't following regulations. For example, CoinEx, they failed to register as an exchange with the SEC, or the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and they're under attack by a lawsuit. And uh, Alex Murdaugh, the lawyer who killed his wife and son, admits lying, denies the killing. He's been found guilty. He's also responsible for swindling $8.8 million from personal injury clients, money laundering, and drug trafficking. And it's not sure if he tried to arrange murder by using an accomplice, suicide for hire. Okay. Turkey lowered its key rate from 9% to 8.5% and admits the earthquakes that have caused a lot of damage. And ad firm WPP, a major advertising holding company, expects growth of 3 to 5%. Furniture company Wayfair, they lost 5 million customers. $1.3 billion in 2022 was also lost, and they ended with 22.1 million customers in 2022. Rolls-Royce CEO Tufan Erginbilgic, he spent 20 years at BP plc. Altria, the tobacco company, is in talks to buy vaping startup Enjoy. I believe they also own Juul, but they're only allowed to own about a third because they can't take over the company entirely because of antitrust concerns from the FTC. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks.